I'm back at it again.
Listen, man.
We're gonna talk about something very important to me. We need to start talking about how people need to stop acting like cannabis is a damn drug. I mean, yes, technically for all the nerd fuckers out there, a drug is anything that you take that causes a physiological effect, okay? Tylenol, anything. It doesn't have to be a psychoactive effect, just a physiological effect, they say.
I can't seem to get that through to you.
And I don't care that it gets you stoned. Cannabis still is not a drug to me.
No.
To me, it's just a straight medicine. Medicine.
Yes.
And you can say all you want about, well, every medicine is a drug in some way or another. I don't care what you say about pot, it's not. To me, it's just a medicine. To me, there are no ill side effects. To me, there is nothing wrong with it whatsoever from a doctor standpoint or from a religious standpoint.
I'm confused because I never went to school.
From a religious standpoint, right there in Genesis 1:29 to be exact, I have given you all the seed-bearing plants on earth to use. Every herb and every green seed-bearing plant. But yet y'all motherfuckers talking bad about cannabis will go drink alcohol.
Fucked up, but true.
God made cannabis, man made alcohol. Which one do you trust?
You have to trust me. You have to believe me.
Yet alcohol gets you totally impaired and actually kills you physically from too much of it. And cannabis has never hurt anyone. It's never been one case of emphysema, asthma, brown lung, nothing. Our bodies naturally process it out, which brings us to the medical standpoint. Our brains have cannabinoid receptors in them, which means that we were built to receive cannabis. I'm not going to listen to any person out there that says, oh, I think God doesn't like it. How the hell would you know? And this has come from people who have never held a joint and have never even studied it or looked up one damn thing on it.
Do you understand? Finally!
My dad tries to talk shit about it all the time, and I'm sorry, but I don't care. Dad, you're wrong about this, and I've told you I'm just not gonna sit and argue. I've got my own life to live, and there's nothing wrong with weed. You can sit and talk about it all you want and say you can write me out of the will for it. I'm not gonna stop smoking it. It's my medicine. God made it. God himself said he gives it to me for use, and I'm not gonna listen to any man on it.
Oh, would you stop?
Especially, and here's my reasons why. My dad's been right about lots of things in life from experience, but he's never held a joint. I asked him, he said he's never even looked up any of the benefits or any of the stuff about weed. And I told him that all the crap he grew up in the 50s and 60s and 70s, 80s, 90s learning, it was all bullshit, lies, propaganda that the government admits that they made up all this shit like reefer madness and all this other crap to try to make people think that pot was bad.
Marijuana, the burning weed with its roots in hell. Smoking the soul-destroying reefer, they find a moment's pleasure, but at a terrible price. Debauchery, violence, murder, suicide, and the ultimate end of the marijuana addict. Hopeless insanity.
They've admitted this, but my dad says, well, that's what I grew up believing and that's what I want to continue to believe. So he's admittedly saying that he knows he's been brainwashed but wants to keep believing the brainwashed crap just because it seems convenient that, oh, now I don't have to change what I've always thought and agree with my dopehead son. That's all it is. If I wasn't into it, he'd probably be all for it. Just like when my mom was dying on her deathbed, he'd say, now everybody should take cannabis and this and that, and he's gonna after he retires and all this shit. But now he's totally against it. Blah, blah, blah. My whole life he told me, pot will kill you. This was his exact words. Pot kills men. He'd literally tell me this. Pot kills men. It literally will kill you. You'll die from it. And then he'd say, like, oh, for instance, the guy who came to pump out the sewer, he's so retarded from smoking weed that he can't even push the buttons right on the machine and figure stuff out. And I've pumped sewers. It's not hard at all. I've done it stoned out of my mind all summer long when I worked at a campground. It's not rocket science. And he's trying to tell me it makes you dumb and slow and wrecks your brain cells and all this shit, right?
What you got him watching, man? After!
Well, now because of medical tests, he has to admit that, okay, it doesn't kill you. Nobody's ever died from it, and he doesn't know what he's talking about with it. But then he tries to say, well, yeah, you can take it for medicine, but only if you eat it. You shouldn't smoke it. God only wants you to eat it.
Niggas is talking shit.
Does it say that in the Bible? Does he have some version that I don't have that's got extra shit written in it?
Wrong.
You know, it's more of a hallucinogen when you eat it. And not only that, when you eat it, it takes hours to kick in. And it doesn't even work for me when I eat it. The whole reason it works for depression, anxiety, and shit is because it gets you stoned. Like, what? People need to get it out of their damn head that, oh my gosh, anything that makes you feel better is wrong. It's a sin to feel good. What in the fuck is the matter with that whole generation that thinks, oh my god, if it makes you feel good, it must be a sin? Like, no. Like, you shouldn't go get effed up, blacked out, drunk and all of that shit and effed up on drugs, but smoke all the pot you want even when you're super stoned. Anybody who's been smoking weed knows that you're not all effed up from it. You just get a little smiley and get an appetite and you just feel a little better. Like, it's not anything like what these rednecks and these people who have never smoked it think.
You just don't want to learn anything. You just don't want to listen to anybody. He's got intelligence.
There's also another Bible verse that I like to use on shit like this and in times like this. Romans 14:16-23. Do not let your good be spoken of as evil, for the kingdom of God is not eating and drinking. All this is acceptable. Like, it's ridiculous. Smoking weed is fine. God doesn't care if you smoke it, you eat it, if you make it into a tincture. What is the difference? You're taking a medicine to relieve your pain so you don't have to take man-made poison. I could be on 6, 7, 8 different medicines for all the things that I need this pot for, or just take pot that doesn't have any side effects and doesn't hurt me. Oh yeah, side effects. It makes me tired and hungry. The things that I need. You know, otherwise I'd be up all night. Like, I've always been an insomniac and it helps me sleep in a natural way. But, oh, no, it might make you smile, so it's a sin. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And I'm sorry, anybody who thinks that pot is bad is fucking stupid. I'm not just talking and trying to come on here and talk shit about my dad. Me and my dad get along fine. But he's wrong about this. I'm saying all these other motherfuckers out there that try to say pot's bad, you're stupid. You're stupid. Anybody that thinks it's bad for you, you're dumb. Like, yeah, I don't want kids smoking it because it will stunt your emotional growth if you smoke before you're 25 years of age. Like, you're not fully developed yet.
Right?
But for grown-ups, it's damn good for you. And I'm not going to listen to anybody on it. I smoke weed every day. Many times a day, not just weed. I don't even hardly smoke actual weed. I smoke dabs, concentrates, tons of it, like crazy. I've got slabs and fucking dabs and fucking shatter. I've got fucking live resin. I've got rosin. I've got fucking everything, and I smoke it. I'll smoke a joint with it loaded in there, and then I'll smoke more out of a nectar collector after that, and then hit the pen all day throughout all that shit, and just keep doing it because I love it. Yesterday, I put on a damn gas mask with a fucking bong hook onto the end of it. Weed's good for you. I'm an advocate, and I'm not gonna deny it to anybody. I don't care. I don't care. Go live your life. Nobody's asking you to change what you do, but how the hell are you going to tell other people, nope, you shouldn't take that medicine like that, even though God made it, it's natural, it's never hurt anybody, and God even says right in the Bible that you can have it, but I'm going to tell you how you should take it, even though I've never fucking done it, and I've never even looked it up, but I'm going to tell you how you should do it, even though you've been doing it 30 years.
I don't want to hear that shit.
People, you know what? People need to just frickin', admit what they actually know and what they actually don't effing know. I tell people all the time when it's out of the realm of me knowing, or it's out of my expertise, or I don't know, or even when I'm wrong, I'm like, to my kid even, I'm like, I was wrong, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I screwed up. Or, I don't know about that. We're gonna have to ask somebody who knows. Bunch of jackasses. You don't know nothing about weed. If you did, you'd be all for it. You'd be all for everybody smoking it all the time. If you're against pot, you're weird. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about cannabis and what are its benefits. What do you think are side effects? Like I said, what do you think are side effects? I don't think there are any negative ones. You get tired, you get munchies, shit like that. That's good for an insomniac and people who don't have a good appetite.